Welcome to the Kids Kingdom. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Press the bell icon.
In the heart of a lush, vibrant forest, hidden from the prying eyes of the outside world, lay the enchanting Smurf village. This village was a paradise of radiant flowers, towering trees, and a harmony that sang through the air like a symphony. The Smurfs, tiny blue beings filled with joy and mischief, thrived in this beautiful setting. They spent their days working, playing, and living in harmony with nature. One sunny morning, however, something alarming began to happen. The once vivid flowers were losing their color, their petals turning pale and limp. The trees, which had stood tall and proud, started to dry up, their leaves withering and falling to the ground. The Smurfs, usually so full of cheer, felt a dark cloud of worry descend upon their beloved home. "Look at my tulips," cried Smurfette, her eyes filling with tears as she gazed at the drooping flowers in her garden. "They were so beautiful just yesterday. Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf." Smurf children ran through the village. The youngest, baby Smurf, was particularly heartbroken. The forest had always been his playground, and seeing it wither was like losing a dear friend. The Smurf boys, led by Hefty Smurf, decided to take action. They marched to Papa Smurf's mushroom house, knowing that if anyone could solve this mystery, it would be him. "Papa Smurf," Hefty began, his voice steady but his eyes betraying his anxiety, "something terrible is happening to the village. The flowers are fading, and the trees are drying up. We need your help." Papa Smurf, who had been reading an ancient book of spells, looked up, his brow furrowed. "This is indeed troubling news, Hefty. I have noticed the changes too. Let me think." He closed his book and walked to his workbench, filled with beakers, potions, and ingredients of all kinds. After a moment of contemplation, he began to gather various items, his hands moving with practiced precision. "I believe this could be the work of a magical imbalance," he said. "Nature thrives on balance, and when that balance is disturbed, it affects everything around us." The Smurfs watched as Papa Smurf worked, their hope rekindling with each step he took. He mixed herbs, ground crystals, and added drops of mysterious liquids into a large, bubbling cauldron. The concoction glowed with a soft, blue light. "This should do it," Papa Smurf said at last, holding up a vial of the glowing potion. "But we must spray this on all the plants, trees, and flowers to restore the balance." The Smurfs quickly organized themselves into teams. Handy Smurf fashioned several sprayers from old teapots and watering cans, while Brainy Smurf devised a plan to ensure every corner of the village was covered. Even Grouchy Smurf, who usually grumbled about everything, was determined to help. They set out at dawn, the first light of day casting a hopeful glow over the village. As they sprayed Papa Smurf's potion, they watched in awe as the magic took hold. The flowers began to brighten, their petals regaining their vibrant hues. The trees, once dry and brittle, started to green and fill out with leaves. A sweet fragrance filled the air, and the sound of birdsong returned. "Look, Papa Smurf. It's working!" Smurfette exclaimed, her eyes shining with joy. Baby Smurf clapped his hands, giggling with delight as he saw his beloved forest coming back to life. By the time the sun was high in the sky, the Smurf village was transformed. The flowers bloomed in a riot of colors, the trees stood tall and lush, and a sense of peace and happiness returned to the hearts of all the Smurfs. Papa Smurf gathered everyone in the center of the village. "Smurfs," he began, "today we've seen the power of working together and the importance of caring for our home. Nature is our ally, and we must always strive to keep it in balance.